Hey friends, Pastor Bill Walden here with Build Up the Church. God bless you. I hope you're doing super well. This is a devotional for February the 29th, 2024. It's out of Mark chapter 8, verse 34. Mark chapter 8 marks a new section in the Gospel of Mark. Up to this point, we have seen Jesus healing, preaching, raising the dead, busy ministering to the people. But here in Mark chapter 8, we see him shift his focus as he is now announcing to his disciples that he is going to be brutalized and that he is going to be nailed to a Roman cross and die there, but that after 3 days he would be raised from the dead. Jesus now turns his face towards Jerusalem, and he is on his death march, and it's not a forced death march, it is a voluntary death march. And so we read as Jesus is explaining this to his disciples, it says in Mark chapter 8, verse 34, when he had called the people to himself with his disciples also, he said to them, "Whoever desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." That statement is massive, it's huge, it's deep, it's profound, it's something that requires us to think and allow the Spirit of God to dig deep within us. It's not a surface kind of statement. It's not a passing statement. It's a profound statement. It's planting your flag on a hill and saying, if I have to, this is where I die. And indeed, in some ways, it is where we die. Let me expound on this verse. Jesus said, if you want to come after me, there are some people that fancy the idea. They are fond of the idea. They have an attraction to the idea of following Jesus, of being a Christian, of changing some of their ways, maybe stop some certain bad behaviors, maybe make some new friends, go in and sing some nice songs and give some money and feel good about themselves, that they're not so 100% focused on themselves as they usually are. It's a good feeling to do something that you consider right. And so there is, for some people, a slight attraction to Jesus. But Jesus says, if you really want to come after me, if you're serious about coming after me, not on your terms, but Jesus would say, if you're serious to follow me on my terms, these are my terms, you need to deny yourself. Now, denying yourself is denying your whole self, your complete self. Sometimes we will practice self-denial. We'll practice self-denial if we're trying to lose some weight and we're trying to change our diet. We'll practice some self-denial if we tend to be a little on the lazy side, but we kind of force ourselves to go to the gym. We'll practice some self-denial if some family members need to come over for a visit, but you'd rather be alone. But you open your door anyway, and you're practicing some self-denial. I'm not saying that those things are bad at all. They can be very good. But practicing self-denial is not the same as denying yourself. Denying yourself is denying your whole self. It's denying yourself the supposed right to rule over your own life. The supposed thought that you have enough wisdom to make it through life and do everything as you should. It's a denial of your self-rule. It's a denial of putting yourself first. It's a denial of having anybody or anything tell you what you're going to do. Self-denial is denying some things, but to deny yourself is to deny the whole self. As Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, blessed are the poor in spirit. And to deny yourself means that you have that mindset. Though you may feel you want to rule over the affairs of your life and make decisions for yourself, and that you have sufficient wisdom to live a correct life and a good life, it's realizing that actually, no, I don't, God. It's not that I never do some good things, but it's that I sometimes, and maybe even often, do the wrong thing. And so self-denial is denying self. From east to west, north to south, top to bottom, inside, outside, Jesus said, if you want to follow me, I'm going to be the Lord of your life. I'm going to be the voice of your life. I'll be the authority of your life. And if we can't accept Jesus on those terms, then we're really not following him. We may feel like we are, but we're really not. So I really want to encourage you, if you're a follower of Christ and consider yourself a follower of Christ, fantastic. Deny yourself. Jesus is not saying also discount yourself. He's not saying that you don't have sometimes good intentions or that you should hate yourself or anything like that. He's just simply saying your natural tendencies, your natural inclinations, they have to be denied. They always have to be put under the scrutiny or the oversight or the approval of me, Jesus would say. So you're not in charge of your own life. The Apostle Paul tells us in 1 Corinthians 6:19, the second half, he says, you are not your own. Don't you know that you're not your own? You were bought at a price. And so to deny self is to remember, I don't belong to me. I belong to him. And so I encourage you, that's really where the life is found. To lose your life is to find it. If you want to try to save your life, Jesus said, you're going to lose it. But if you lose your life, you'll find it. You'll find life everlasting. Not only after we die, but here in this life as well. Not just a quantity of life, but a quality of life. So deny yourself and you'll find life. Thanks for watching.